I'm going to start. Let me, first of all, thank both Coach Crum and Coach Hall for doing this for us, and the players who came back who were just gracious enough. It's the summer. It's a pickup game for them, yet they're playing against a team that's practiced for 2 weeks, a team that was not in shape 12 days ago, 10 days ago, and they've just slowly were getting into shape. So I know where their legs are, but they came and played and tried to win the game, and so I just want to tell you again, I appreciate those players, the coaches. Come on up, Coach. I just started before you guys got here. And these two gentlemen, and I'll say this, you think about our state and our Commonwealth and what these two men have done, and even today you're talking about, I don't know a coach who does more for charity than this guy sitting beside me. And another guy here who in our city, if there's a cause and they need him to be there, he is there. So when we asked him to be a part of this, it was like, yeah, I'll do it. And for both, it's not something that in the middle of August they're used to doing it, and no practice time, and have a team that's, not in the game kind of shape. So I just want to say I want to thank them. And our team, I needed to see the other guys today. That's why I played those guys in the first half. I needed to see, because we got to figure out who on this team is going to make it when we go to Argentina. We still have to cut 3 guys. So that's why I did what I did, and I told the older guys, look, you got to sit out because I've got to see these guys and I need to see them play. So I was happy that they fought and hung on and made some shots and free throws to hang in there.
Coach, what do you think about playing in the dark?
I looked at my guys. I said, are you guys all right playing in the dark? They're like, yeah, we're fine. Let's play. So we just threw it up. I mean, I imagine that's happened here before a couple times.
We had a couple coaches in the dark, I can tell you that.
It was darker on our end.
Is there an investigation underway?
No, that's fine. I mean, how about the crowd? It's amazing. And again, the middle of August in an exhibition game, to see the former players. And it was great. There were a lot of Louisville fans here for Edgar and Garcia, and there were a lot of people here for Rondo. But in the middle of August, 40,000 people come, over 40,000, to watch these 2 games. Are you kidding me? Only at the University of Kentucky could that happen. They love it, and it was great to see them all here, and I just really appreciate them.
Some of the players have talked about doing this on an annual basis, some of the pros coming back. What do you think about that, and what will you do to help foster that?
Well, I think that this was an unbelievable thing that just happened where they all came back. But see, I talked to Keith Bogans about coming back, obviously Nazi and Jody to come back and finish their degrees. You know that John and Eric and Rondo are coming back to take classes. This lockout, we've invited every NBA player to come back and train on the campus if they choose to and they want to. And we're just trying to say this is a family. The history of this program did not start when I became the basketball coach. I just sit in the seat that was his and the guys before him. They took this thing, and the rest of us are now kind of borrowing time in the seat. And so what we're supposed to do is be the keepers of the tradition. When you sit in that seat, you're the keeper of the tradition. And that's all I'm trying to do. I want everybody to know I've been here 2 years. Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm here temporarily, and hopefully I'm trying to do the things to bring people together and connect the dots.
John, when you left out Sosa and Horford and Garcia in the second half.
And Jack Michael.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Was any of that to kind of put your guys under the gun a little bit in a closer game and see how they react?
We have 15 guys on the roster. Only 12 can be in Argentina. We still don't know who are, like little Manny Did you see him defend and come up with balls and shoot? He's at a disadvantage. He speaks his country's language. It shouldn't be a disadvantage, but it is. So he is a little bit behind. But I watched him today and said, we got to keep this kid because he can go in. He wanted to guard John Wall. He wanted to guard Rondo. You saw Pena today get 17 points and 9 rebounds, and I've been on him. You have to step up. But now we need a couple other guys. Ronald Ramon, maybe it's Ricky, Soliver. But somebody else has to step up. Calvin Pena made a couple threes today that were pretty good too. So, but I had to look at that other unit, the other 8 or 9 guys, because we have to figure out who's going to make the club.
Gave Eloy a little time in the third today. How's he come along?
He's good. He's still, there was, when he didn't hand it off, he turned it over. And the guy was wide open. And my thing to him is you're grabbing it and trying to think what you're going to do instead of react. And that's one of the issues he has. But when he did hand it off tough, he got the dunk. So he's gotten better. Practicing against these guys and the individual work has been wonderful for him. And he's gotten better. I just love it. Our fans go nuts the minute he steps in and the introductions. But that's Kentucky fans. They're just, they didn't really want to see the Dominican players play. They liked Edgar and Francisco if they were from Louisville. But, they love our guys.
Denny, could you talk about the decision, John, asking your coach and what it was like to do it the last couple nights and how that whole experience has been for you?
I was really ticked off at him for not letting us practice. Actually, I was pleased, very happy that he asked me. It's an honor to be a part of something. I mean, we're trying to help those guys qualify for the Olympics. They've never qualified for the Olympics, and so Joe and I, we had great seats for this game, and all we could really do was substitute and try to encourage the guys to play hard, and they did. I mean, it's hard when you're just playing one-on-one, you're not organized, and you don't have, plays to run and things. Why, it's hard to expect your guys to play well. Now, you won't find better one-on-one players than those guys, but it's hard to beat a good team, and I like that team you got, John. I really do. I mean, boy, they play hard, and they're physical. They don't give an inch. And, you can tell their coach, they penetrate and kick it out and boom, hit the threes. Didn't matter who they had in there. They all played well. I was very impressed with them.
Could you have ever imagined that you would have gotten the reception you got last night in Oakland?
How about the one today?
Shoot, I tell you
Great
what.
receptions.
I've been a Joe B. Hall fan since I've been in Louisville. And the fact that we could do a radio show together, and this is our 7th year, tells you, I mean, how we feel about each other. And I didn't grow up with any built-in prejudice against Kentucky or for Louisville. I mean, I took the Louisville job, and I chose to stay here for a lot of my adult life. I hope it keeps going a while. I'm sure not ready to hang it up yet. My coaching days, I can tell you, are over. It takes too much time and energy, and it interferes with my fishing. John, I'll let you coach them. Joe and I are going to go fishing.
Coach Cal, overall, how would you describe the experience coaching the Dominican team and compare it a bit to your experience with UK?
Well, I want to learn throughout this experience. I want to coach a different group and see the dribble drive with different kind of players. I want to go down to Argentina and Brazil and see different styles and see if there's anything we can add to how we play. But what's happened, we just created another 20 goodwill ambassadors and a country, the Dominican Republic now, is fans of our state. What they did on our campus, and then by playing this game, which was kind of like we were trying to get another national team and we couldn't find anybody. And then it was like, why don't we play our guys? Why don't we play them in Rupp? What? Could you think we can get guys? And it just kind of snowballed. And then when it went in 4 hours, we said, well, let's do one in Louisville. We're going to do one in Texas. Kevin Durant said, why don't you come down here? And we said, well, why don't we just do another one in Louisville? The Freedom Hall had a concert, and so we're here. And it ends up being an experience that was for the Dominican team. And you're right, Coach, preparing them for the Olympics. And it ended up being great for the University of Kentucky because we brought all those guys home. Keith Bogans hadn't been back. How much has Rondo been on the campus? Even Nazi Mohammed. Now, our guys just left. But now Tayshaun, we're doing camps together. Keith, they all want to come back now. This experience helped us at the university, and that's what I'm really excited about.
Cal, forgive me if you already addressed this, any particular reason why Sosa, Holford, and Garcia didn't play the second half?
We needed to see those other guys. And I told them, I said, let me tell you what they told me yesterday. At halftime, just like your guys wanted to win that game, they came up to me. Al whispered in my ear as I sat there getting ready to put them in. He said, Coach, we're all just telling you, coach to win. Don't be worried about subbing everybody. Just we want to win this game. So they wanted to win. Tonight, when I said at halftime, you four are done. Don't talk to me. It doesn't matter what you say to me. You have to sit because I have to see these other guys under pressure. And again, they were against NBA players. And, Coach, you're right. It was a lot of one-on-one because they didn't have plays. But still, I got to see our guys in pick and rolls and post defense and rebounding. And, like, my big guy, Manny, didn't get a rebound. Yeah, but he was playing against DeMarcus and Nazi. I mean, NBA studs. And so I said to him, you know what? You did fine. But that's why I didn't play him in the second half.
Joe, if you guys had made a few outside shots, you could have pulled this.
We made one.
I know. What do you think happened there?
I just think they didn't have their legs. You got to have your legs when you're putting up the threes. But if you look at the scoring, we actually outscored them in the second and third quarters. And I think the second quarter when we outscored them, John got mad at them and benched them. That's what really happened. I mean, we were putting the heat on him big time. See, he just said, you're not going to beat my best. I'm going to take them out instead of. No, this was a great experience. I had so much fun tonight because I got to yell at some referees. Danny, I think it helped a little.
Joe, you're good at it. I'll tell you that.
I told
Think
it.
of that call, Joe, on when they called the foul on Knight.
Now that was a bad call.
Oh, yeah, I got
listen,
all over.
I'm not allowed to say that in the SEC. I say that, I get fined.
I'm not in any C's. I can tell you it was a B. It was a bad one.
The commissioner isn't going to write me a letter tonight, put me on report. But this was so much fun. Gosh, I just can't tell you. I felt so good on that bench and kind of got into it the second half, John. After I got on the referees, I felt like I was at home. And the kids responded, and there for a while looked like when it was 70-70 that we had a chance. But they're really. I've seen this team come along in practices. I've been over and watched John work with them, and they're not the same team that they came in and set foot on the Kentucky campus. He has done a miraculous job bringing these kids along, and I mean he's developed their tempo offensively and defensively to his liking, and just great improvement on their cutting and passing. And defensively, he hadn't worked a lot defensively, but he's put the spirit of defense in them. Boy, they're a good ball club. I don't know what you're going to run into. I know Brazil and Argentina, they have super programs for basketball. And a country that only has how many people?
9 million.
10 million?
9 million.
Nine
between
Good
9 and 10 million.
peacock bass fishing too. So, yeah, oh yeah, great peacock bass fishing.
But gosh, for those kids to perform like that, did you know that 25% of the not major league, but all baseball, professional baseball, are from the Dominican Republic. What athletes they got, and good kids.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you, they're some of the nicest young men that I've been around. They're all humble, and they take coaching. They listen to Cal, and he can jump on them, and they don't lose their heads. I mean, they don't get their heads down. They come back and play harder. And I just think he's done a tremendous job.
We got to get better defensively. We got to figure out how we're going to play it into games. There's so much stuff we got to do here. We got 2 weeks to do it. That's enough time, right?
Yeah,
No.
If you,
It's
if
not
you
enough,
improve-
but it's better than what we got.
Denny and I told Cal early, we said we want 15 days practice. I said, yeah, I want to put in 26 offensive sets. And Denny chimed in and said, yeah, I want 5 options on each set. And Cal looked at me and he said, you get 15 minutes warm up.
That's right. Warm up right before the game. Figure it out. I just hope these fans enjoyed it. It was a great experience for the Dominican Republic basketball team. It's what we needed. Hopefully build a little confidence. But the biggest thing was we needed to go against really good players so we could see where we are, see where we were conditioning, see where we were defensively. We got a long way
They're
to
in
go.
pretty darn good shape.
Not
I
bad,
tell
huh?
you that.
Not bad.
I was impressed with that. Even when you had those other guys in there last night, I mean, they didn't miss a step.
Yeah.
They're very good shape.
We've been fortunate because the older players here, the Al Horfords, the Franciscos, the Jack Michaels, you're talking about professionals that understand how to work, and they're the first ones in the gym. No one's been late for anything, and I think they really want to do this. And my thing is, if we're an attacking team and we're in great condition and we will play together like we're playing, it's our best chance. I don't know what it means because I don't know the other teams, but it's our best chance. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. Is that it? Thank you.